start
Okay.
first, because yours is like, you know. See, now you got to get in here, so
Well,
maybe
yeah,
I'll go next to you.
So get out of my way. All right, so we have a plethora of radishes in the garden. When you grow radishes, you want to pick them. Excuse me. You want to pickle them. You want to pick them when they're about 1 inch to 2 inches across. So about as wide as your thumb. And if you're just storing them in the refrigerator, just wash them off. You can put them in a thing and let them air dry. But I'm going to pickle them. So how I do it is I cut them real thin. You use a mandolin. I use just a knife.
Your knife skills.
And it's not like, so when you pickle these, when I normally pickle things, I use a lot of peppercorns and things like that. I don't do it with radishes because of the bite. So any shards of onion or anything like that, I don't do it. The radishes themselves have the bite. Where's my apple cider vinegar? I also use apple cider vinegar instead of using regular vinegar because the sweetness of the apple cider balances out the radishes. And these actually have bite. The ones that we got in the garden ended up with bite.
I think with radishes, the smaller they are, the more of a bite they have, and then the bigger they are, I feel like some of them, I don't know. I guess it varies with radishes.
And then I just cover over them.
So typically, what do you think, like a half a cup for that?
Yeah, well, I mean, you just fill it. It depends on how many you have.
Okay.
Fill it and then just do it that way.
Okay. That's coarse. Don't use the coarse.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's going to
evaporate
anyway. But it's easier if you use fine salt. That way you can
Sorry, am I in your way? Do you want me to move?
No, you're fine.
I'll move over here.
You're fine. Everybody wants to see you more than they want to see you.
No, stop it.
Generous amount of salt in there. A little bit of black pepper. Some garlic powder. You can use regular garlic. I actually would prefer that for regular pickling. But for this, because it's a small batch and we eat it fairly quickly, we use it in here. And then dill. And you just throw that in there, and you can let it sit overnight, and it's edible the next day or 2 days. You're better off waiting like 2 weeks. 2 weeks tends to be the better time for it.
That long?
Yeah,
Really?
because it sits.
Oh, I don't have time for that.
Yeah, well, we never make it that long because we eat it that fast. But
well, it's such a good little snack, if you're like just sitting there,
Yeah, so like a tablespoon of dill and a little bit of garlic. Get an airtight lid, just shake it up, and then it's really just a matter of letting it sit, and
that's it, right?
Letting it go, yeah. So
it's so good. You know what's funny though with radishes? They remind me when they're pickled like that, especially like cabbage taste. They have a little bit of a cabbage taste to them. Well,
now this is a fast pickling too. Like if you're really going to do pickling in a jar, you want to vacuum, you want to heat up stuff.
Well, you want to heat up the
these
vinegar.
Won't last.
You heat up the vinegar and all that fun stuff for the pickling.
But for something that you're going to eat like in a week, these are fine. If you're doing long term, you want to heat it up and do it a lot longer. But I'm good. That was all I had.
Well, no, you're still gonna help me.
Well, yeah, I am.
You can't go anywhere. You're going to be in here with me.
I'm not sure I could help.
All right, so I'm going to make lamb chops, and he's going to actually grill them for me. He loves, and so do the kids, lamb chops that are like peppercorn, like black pepper crusted. So it's like, I don't know, it gives it like what kind of flavor you would say?
Like a black pepper flavor.
No, but I mean like, when you grill it. Because it has that smokiness to it and all that.
It kind of, the meat pulls in the flavor of the black pepper, and we really go good with the black pepper on it, having it crusted.
Well, yeah, you want to really crust that on there. So what I'm going to do is I take peppercorns, and I actually blend them so they're not super fine. You can also use a muddler, which I have. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use coarse salt. Because I feel like coarse salt really tenderizes the meat, even though lamb is already tender to begin with, but it just gives it a little bit of... that's what we use in Brazil all the time. We use coarse salt in any of our barbecues and anything that we use. So,
I know a few people that do not like lamb because it's got a gamey flavor.
Yes, but if you're making like a lamb chop, they're so tender to begin with. So when you go to cook them, don't overcook them. You're only putting it on the grill or on the skillet or something like that for like 2 to 3 minutes. So it's super, super easy. And if you feel like it's too, like it has that taste, You can spritz a little bit of, like squeeze a little bit of lemon juice on it. But there's also a thing where you can go to the store and you can buy lamb chops, and we've had this happen to us. You come home and they smell. And if they have that smell, they already have a distinct
Same
smell,
thing with
but
seafood, but if it's
yeah. There's this weird smell to it. But anyway, the other way you can tell is, let me just open these up for you guys.
You have anything you want me to cut up while you're doing that?
Yeah, actually, so we're gonna make a tzatziki sauce. So Rick's gonna take the cucumber, and I want you to like shred it with like the shredder thing that we have here.
Okay.
And then
Skin
we're gonna
on?
Yeah.
So
and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna squeeze the moisture completely out of it. You can't have, like, if you're making the tzatziki sauce from scratch, usually it's like, sour cream. Some people use Greek yogurt. We're using Greek yogurt. Make sure that once you shred this, you squeeze all the moisture out. If not, you're going to have a runny tzatziki sauce. Anyway, back to where I was here. I'm going to show you guys.
Where's our...
It's
shredder?
in there.
It is?
Yep.
It's like, this is what she tells me all the time.
No, it's right there.
Oh, it is.
See?
She was right.
All right, so when you're buying a lamb, you can see this part right here. This has to be like snow, like a snow white, like a really white color. And you can also tell by the coloring too. You want it to, sorry guys, I'm going to show you over here too. So this has to be like a snow white color. And then in the middle, you want it to be like this beautiful red. If you see any kind of other discoloration when you're buying it in the pack, or if you see it in your butcher counter, don't buy it because it's not going to be good. So that's how you can tell if it's really fresh.
How fine do you want these shredded?
It doesn't matter. It can be like, I would go here.
Finer the better, I guess, because this is for the tzatziki?
Yeah, that's for the tzatziki.
Right, so
but I wouldn't do that one. I would do the medium size one. Okay, so I'm just going to get a pan here where we can season these. Oh, first let me actually do the black peppercorn real quick. Just to get that out of the way.
Sorry, we apologize for that. Sean said it has gamey smell. It means you got an old sheep and not a lamb.
That's true.
Vince said if you use a juicer to shred the cucumber, it works well.
Yeah, well, we don't have a juicer. We're not that fancy.
I mean, we could juice it in the other thing, but
you can, but I'd rather just do it this way.
Because you just want the pulp from it, right?
You want the pulp, but the juicer definitely. If you have a juicer, for sure, I would. So this is how, like, our little thing. See how it didn't even like really do anything much to it?
Mortar and pestle.
Best way, old school, always. If I would have known that, I would have done this a while ago, so I wouldn't have to sit here and do this. All right.
Small kitchen, but worth the eats. Thank you, Monica.
All right. So anyway, so what I was saying about when you're using coarse salt on meat, I know that here in the U.S., a lot of people tend to marinate their steaks and chickens and stuff like that. In Brazil, what we usually do is we just use coarse salt. That's it, straight coarse salt, and put it right on the grill. Obviously, you want your coarse salt to be pretty. When I show it to people, like, you don't want it to be like rock salt, but some people actually do use rock salt. In Brazil, they do, but you want it kind of like thick like that. And what you're gonna do is before you go on the grill, maybe like 25 minutes or so beforehand, season this onto your steak, and then once you put it on the grill, you're gonna kind of tap it off a little bit, so the salt's gonna come off of the steak, but the steak will be super tenderized because of the salt, and the salt kind of like just melts in there. And I'm telling you, every person that has had steak here or stuff like that, they're like, what do you season this with? What do you use? And when I tell them it's just salt, but when I tell them it's just salt, they can't believe that it's just salt.
Salt and pepper.
No, there's no pepper.
Oh, well, yeah, no, some of them.
No.
Danielle said she made the vegetable torte and it was awesome.
Oh, good.
All right, this is a little bit too much of effort for me.
Yeah, but look at all that juice that comes out.
Yeah, there's a ton of juice. I'll try to show it. I mean, cucumbers are just
Tzatziki sauce is good with, like, obviously falafel. I think it's great with the lamb. You can use it just for pita bread, which is really delicious as well. All right. This is annoying.
Spread it on a sandwich. I mean.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you could totally spread it on a sandwich. All right.
All right, I got
So I got that. I'm just gonna lay out my lamb on a sheet.
All right, so
when you go to take it out, it'll be easy to just
is this separated enough? I mean, you see, there's the juice in the bottom.
A ton of juice.
So it's separated by itself now.
What do you mean?
I just get a strainer and I can pull that out, right? Or should I get a strainer and?
You don't want a strainer because a strainer is not going to really absorb anything. So you're going to take a good paper towel, or a cheesecloth, or even like a clean dishcloth if you have some, like a really clean one, like a brand new one. And you're just going to place it in the middle. So here I just took 2 pieces of paper towel, and what he's going to do is just going to put it in and take all that off. So I don't know.
Yeah, here.
You can put it in that and then squeeze it out.
Danielle said she's going to take a photo this weekend because she's going to make it.
Oh, okay.
Good. Make sure you tag Roberta.
Yeah, all right.
Or hashtag Big Eats Small Kitchen. This is the least amount of work I've had to do for juicing this stuff.
Yeah.
And of course, make sure your paper towels are thick because.
Well, you can't use like dollar store, you know. I am gonna have to steal this knife from you here. You can't have.
How much moisture do you have to get out of these things?
As much as you can, but if there's still a little bit in there, that's fine. You just don't want it to have a lot because you don't want your, you don't want that tzatziki sauce to be breaking up. Like you don't want it to be like watery. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we'll throw these on the grill. We're not going to grill it with you guys, but we'll throw these on the grill, and then Roberta will put up the pictures afterwards. But
that's fine. If you got enough out, that's fine. Don't kill yourself doing that.
Well, I'm more worried about, getting the pulp lost in the paper towel.
Okay.
All right.
See now, if you get them in 2 like this, there's 2 lamb chops, so you're just gonna cut it right in the middle. You may get a little bone towards the end, but just kind of like jam it down, and it'll break through.
Sean wants me to stop whining. I'm sorry, I can't. It's just that's what I'm good at. Gotta be good at something.
All right, so that.
All right.
Okay, so we have that.
Do you want me to muddle the pepper?
Yeah, if you could do a little more, that's fine. If you can't, that's totally cool too.
Do a little more. Are you saying
muddle.
that I'm not doing anything or enough?
No. Cut this through.
Yeah, there's still some whole ones in here, so I'll get that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Uh-oh, Sean's bringing up childhood memories.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the frozen tennis ball. Never forget that day.
All right.
All right.
So, that. All right.
You want to work up a good sweat, muddle some black pepper.
All right, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 12 pops, which, mind you, this will go in like 2 seconds because they're so tiny to begin with.
Andale says hi.
Oh, hi guys! I wonder if they're still on.
Yeah, they just joined.
Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna take my coarse salt and I'm going to go around like so. Now, when he goes to put these on the grill, you're going to kind of just gently tap it. You know what?
Yeah, just knock off the salt because the moisture in the meat will suck up a lot of that and it'll start melting the salt.
Yeah. What I have to do is actually drizzle olive oil on it. So you want to drizzle olive oil first.
Oh, you messed it up, didn't you?
No, because I'm going to kind of... I'm going to go all through before I do the black pepper. Alright, so I did all that. You alright there?
Yeah, I'm just giving it one last little mash.
Okay. Because you could start the tzatziki sauce for me if you want to make that.
Can we do that, or you want me to start slicing up the vegetables? Or are we doing that?
Oh, the vegetables, we don't have to do that with them on.
Okay.
You know, it's fine. We don't need them to start getting bored.
What's everybody
You
eating
guys,
tonight? What's on everybody's menu? I always love asking that. I like seeing what people are eating.
Well, it's a Tuesday. I mean,
it's not typically a big cook day. I think by Tuesday, everybody's kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
You know.
Although it's the beginning of the week. You know.
Yeah.
But it is beautiful here in Bucks County, so I figured take advantage of that.
Bear running around, and you know.
Well, the bear isn't. Well, it's up. It's not far from here.
You know.
What?
It's a nice day outside, but it got warm in this kitchen.
You're making yourself all worked up or something. I don't know. All right, so
Taco Tuesday. Good job.
So it's
Danielle.
all seasoned with the olive oil and the coarse pepper. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take what you just did. Whenever you're done.
All right, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
If you need it more, there might be some more. There might be
fine.
whole peppercorns at the bottom. Was that the colored one?
Yes, that's the
So it's a
tri-color.
multicolored,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So it's like a pink peppercorn, a black
White.
peppercorn, and a white.
Yeah. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that pepper and I'm going to kind of crust it on there. I'll show you guys one when I have a good one here to show you. Here you go.
What am I?
So you're kind of just going like so, like that. If you could see it. And that's, you know, if you have like with the way Rick did it, like if there's still pieces of the peppercorn, that's fine. You could just shake it off. I mean, it's going to probably fall off on the grill anyway. And now if you don't have peppercorn, like the peppercorns like that, just use coarse black pepper, you know?
Yeah, that works fine, especially because when you bite into it, like I don't knock any of the black pepper off of mine. Yeah. So when you bite into it, you know, if you get that bite to it, it's pretty intense.
Yeah.
Monica's having sandwiches, something quick and simple.
Nice.
Sandwiches are perfect.
I love sandwiches.
I actually feel like I don't eat them enough.
We actually, we do like, sometimes we do like Reubens and stuff like that.
Oh.
You know? Like I actually think that like having like, when you have like people over and you put like just deli meat out and have everybody make their own sandwiches, it's a great idea. Like a BLT too is delicious.
Can I ask
or
a
a
question?
blat.
Blat?
Yeah. Bacon, lettuce,
avocado.
tomato.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the deal with the? Why do you have the stems of the asparagus soaking?
So, when you bring asparagus home, if you're not planning on using them right away, and you know when you put them away, sometimes in a couple of days you're like, oh, I still have asparagus, and they're like wilted and like all like dying and stuff. So when you get home, if you put them in a glass with some water in it, you're just keeping them alive. You're keeping them fed and stuff, like, you know, watered. So that's why I did that, so they can, you know. Every time.
Every time.
Never fails.
The video pauses.
Never ever fails. All right, so they're lamb chops. They're all good to go. So that's ready.
How are we doing this tzatziki?
All right, tzatziki, you're just taking. Can you get the Greek yogurt?
Yeah.
All right, so we have the one cucumber that Rick just drained, so that's all that's in there. You're taking...
Just this one?
Yep.
Oh,
well, it's not that... You don't need that much, because you're only dolloping a little bit, and we're going to have hummus, too. Just plain Greek yogurt. Make sure you grab the plain and not the vanilla, because I've done that before. And that's kind of weird. And then we're just going to use the whole thing in there. And this does go great with sandwiches. Alright, so we have that. Now, if you want to chop up the mint for me from the garden, it was right here. So if you just want to kind of just chop that up real fine for me real quick. Don't use that one.
I've been corrected.
Sorry, no, that knife was used because with the thing.
Did you rinse this one off?
Yep, that's rinsed. Now, I didn't get dill. I was just going to use mint, but I'm going to use a little bit of the dill weed, the dry dill weed in there. But you can use fresh dill as well.
Yeah, fresh dill always goes a lot better, but...
Yeah. But this isn't bad. It gives it a lot of flavor. Actually, you don't need much because dill goes a long way.
I like that you put the mint in it, too, because it kind of...
Well,
gives
that's
it a little
the thing.
more freshness.
Yeah, it gives it freshness, and it, like, I don't know, there's something about it that just, I guess, like, wakes it up, too.
All right, is this good?
That's perfect. All right. So, and then you're going to take a little bit of lemon zest. I love lemon zest in it. So if you want to just... Yep.
I'll do what I do best.
So we're going to do that. You're going to do a little bit of salt. Oh, we need minced. If you could do 1 or 2 of those.
All right.
Minced garlic.
So 3 cloves of garlic?
I would just do 1 or 2. Because that's, if you do 3, I mean, it's not a lot. Season it with salt and pepper.
I'm messing with you. I always add more because...
I know you do.
We love garlic in this house.
We do. All right, so we're going to do that. A little bit of pepper. Now, to put some acid in there, I'm only going to use like, I would say maybe a tablespoon of lemon juice. And that's pretty much it. Maybe even less than, maybe like a teaspoon.
Mincing this?
This is right here.
My good...
What?
My good knife is gone.
Oh no, there's another one. You just gotta wash it. I have another one in here if you need it.
Yeah, hand me the other one. I gotta break this garlic here.
You know, you could just use your palm.
I could, but if I do that, I'll end up catapulting
You literally
this thing
can just
off.
You literally can just slam it down.
I could, but what's going to happen is that's going to catapult up and it's going to hit you.
Okay.
The whole bowl.
All right.
Because I'm not that coordinated.
But see, now you smushed it too much. Are you going to be able to mince that in there?
I can do it.
Okay. All right. So that's that. So then we're going to do some veggies too that he's going to put on the grill. We're going to have some pita bread, some olives. I love Mediterranean food. It's like one of my favorites to eat.
Side of those radishes?
Side of the radishes, of course. Because we already have some in the fridge.
Some vino.
Oh my God.
What?
This guy with mincing is like ridiculous.
Well,
so when I go back to watch
mince,
this, this is where I notice. What did you even do?
I don't know. I don't know what I did.
Move it. Where's the other garlic?
It's right there.
Here, you go in there, you watch. Do you do this on purpose? He does this on purpose.
See, that's part of what makes it good. When you screw up, well, when I screw up, because you don't screw up.
Yes, I do. I screw up.
Yeah, but not the way I do. I mean, I make it, this is what happens to the garlic. When, if I'm going to mince it, I use a knife.
Like, just have a
How did you do that?
Shredding, just mincing it.
Maybe I just...
Anyway, so here's all the ingredients in there. And then you're just going to kind of just mix that up. Now, if you didn't remove the moisture out of this, this would become extremely... it would be runny. And you'd, seriously, just do yourself a favor, don't do that. Because even though he squeezed the heck out of the juice out of that cucumber, it still becomes a little wet. You know what I mean? Not that I want to say it like that, but that's the truth. Okay, so that's it. That's perfect like that. So see how it has pieces of the cucumber and all that? So that you can just smear on toast. Oh my God, on toast. That would be really good too.
Oh yeah.
But that, when the lamb chops come out, that's what I'm going to dollop it with if everybody wants it. And that's pretty much it.
I'm probably going to go raw on that one. I love the tzatziki, but I'd rather have that.
Tzatziki sauce.
I'd rather dip little pieces of bread and pita in it.
Yeah. All right.
That's just me.
So we'll put up the recipe. I do have the stromboli thing from the other day. I know some people were asking. I didn't like the way the photos came out because I'm very picky about it. But I do have one picture of it. And actually, Ken, who made the stromboli, did send me a picture of it. And it turned out beautiful. So I'll put the picture of the one that I made long, and the pictures of his cut. And I'll post them both up just to share.
And the video for that is up on YouTube now. Although I realized after I edited it that it's got no music. In the beginning, so the title card is just silent.
That's
sometimes,
fine, but you have
peace and quiet.
Yeah, but you have the recipe on there too, right?
Recipe's on there.
Okay.
Everything.
So yeah, you can go to YouTube and watch that too. So
Big Eats Small Kitchen.
okay. All right, everybody. Hope
Yeah.
everybody's staying safe
Sane.
and sane and being nice to one another. And that's about it.
All right.
All right.
And enjoy your night.
Enjoy it.